It was at this moment, Drew knew he f***ed up.
That's why you gotta make sure you ride within your limits, because, you know... What? Where's the camera? Oh. Hey, yeah. Stay tuned to the end and, you know, make sure you ride within your limits, guys. Anyone else taste purple? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Drew Elia. If you are new around here, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button and check out the channel for other reviews and tips going on here. If you are a returning guy, welcome back. This is Wheel Wednesday with Exway's brand new Hydro Wheel setup. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Exway and progression of the sport are synonymous with each other. They basically push the envelope and they go ahead and innovate. And innovate. And innovate. And the best part about that is that us as consumers get to experience brand new things that come out to the market and think a little bit outside the box. They have an incredible R&D department which allows them to go ahead and make things like this. Now this is the brand new Hydro Wheel, which is in conjunction with iCloud wheels as well. This is a 100mm by 64mm with a really cool tread-like pattern here. So let's go ahead and get that up on screen there. This tread-like pattern is supposed to allow you to wick away water just like you would find on a regular car tire, and allowing you to ride in wetter conditions or slicker conditions. So say you are someone that's a city commuter, college commuter, it rained outside, it's not necessarily downpouring at that given moment, but there is wet on the ground. You know, with your regular 90mm street wheels you would find on these Flex Pros and stuff like that, find that you would hydroplane or slide out of control. This is the in-between where someone would want to have a street wheel and not necessarily an AT tire, so you wouldn't have to worry about punctures or anything along those lines that way as far as flats go, but it does give you the ability to get a better grip in slicker conditions. So I really commend them for going ahead and thinking outside the box here. And honestly, it's a really good looking wheel. One of my other favorite parts about this entire process is that they have come up with the Exway professional bearing set. So what this bearing set is, it's got a built-in spacer, so you don't have to worry about putting the spacer inside there, letting it jostle around inside there, and trying to find out, like, when you're putting it on the axle, see if that actually goes on there. And it also has the speed bearings inside there, so it literally comes almost pre-assembled. It's literally one slide on either side, compress it, and that does come with this set here too. And it gives you a all-in-one encompassing, no worries about it as far as like mismatching anything that way. And I think that's a great new, again, innovative feature. Let's go ahead and put these on the Flex Pro and see how this performs in slick conditions. Now, I personally love a good street wheel, and I think the Exway 90mm street wheels that came with the Flex Pro originally were great. I mean, you had the Kegel design there, which allowed you to hook this up to pretty much anything you wanted to. The difference with that and this one is that this is a ABEX style clone. So what you are looking for is that you need to make sure that you have those ABEX style pulleys. So make sure you have those ABEX style pulleys. Those fit inside of there nice and firm and then get swapped out to there. Now, because we do have those Pro Series, I don't need to put those spacers on there. They're already built into it. There you go. Ready to rock and roll. Now this is directional, so you need to make sure that you do put this on the right way. And how you would find that is actually the back side of it. There's a little R for right, L for left. So just like you would on any other belt drive board, you want to go ahead and take off the belt, loosen it up, and make sure you get everything tightened up after the fact. So taking off the belt guard, you know, loosening up the motor mounts and being able to get the belt off there pretty easily. So yeah, your Kegel style pulleys, now you're gonna switch over to your ABEC. Easiest way I always find that is by putting it on first, getting the belt situated and slowly pushing and rotating until you get proper placement there. And push it on in. Looks good. I need to make sure that we got the right direction here. This is the right side again. Right side, you wanna make sure that that R and L, and you're doing this the right way. When you put it on there, it's rotating, you know, this direction versus if you put it on the other side, it would actually spin this way and you wouldn't get the right performance out of it. Belt feels nice and tight. Do you guys ride with belt covers? I find that on my Meepo Hurricane, I never use belt covers anymore, but like these undermounted ones, I feel like it's a good thing because it's basically your first thing that's gonna get hit is the belt cover, the motor cover, versus on the other side of it, if it's mounted on the back end of it, it's you know, your trucks or something like that are gonna get whacked first. So let me know in the comments below. What do you rock? Do you rock belt guards on, belt guards off? So that is it, all buttoned up and everything's in the right direction. They seemed balanced. Can't wait to go ahead and try these things out. All right, now it literally just rained outside. So this is, as you can see, perfect conditions to go ahead and test really wet roads. Now, I'm not going to push this thing in 4th gear or turbo mode because, again, it's pretty slick outside and I just want to get a feeling for it, but woo. So far, it definitely feels good. I can actually see on the tread pattern itself as I'm going through, it's wicking away the water. Now these roads are a little dry, but a little damp. Like I said, it just rained, the sun's not out, but it's overcast and cloudy. But I still feel pretty confident, especially these roads suck. Like these are just like crunchy, chunky roads. Here, let's go over here. A little bit more smoother roads. You can see the water is just flicking up off of it. Again, so pretty crunchy roads, cracks and stuff like that, so it's obviously not even better anyways to be on this on a normal 90 millimeter urethane wheel. So to have it on slick conditions, let's go up here. A little bit more wet. So I have spent about a week with these Hydro Wheels, and yes, there are certain things that I want to get into in the con section, but we'll go ahead and start with the pros. So the pros are, it is a 100 millimeter wheel. These are for people that don't have the ability to put AT tires on, but do want a little bit of a larger wheel that does have a lot more comfort and grip. And that is exactly what these things have, especially in the drier conditions. You notice that like when you're grinding in there and you're really kind of leaning into the turns there, that it definitely feels grippier. I would say it gives you a little bit more grip than a polyurethane style wheel, but the comfort is there. It's that squishy kind of texture that's in there. It's got a great softness to it, but still firm enough to, you know, definitely make it over bumps and cracks. I would say that it absolutely is a super comfortable wheel. It definitely has the ability to ride along with your AT tires, but in between a polyurethane. So, I mean, for polyurethane street wheels, I love my street wheels. I love those 90mm setup. It definitely, for me, is a great step in the right direction. And again, if you can't have that ability to put those AT tires on your board, this is your option. I would say this is a great option to be able to step into the realm of more of an AT style wheel. It eats up the bumps and cracks and everything you find that it's, on a normal, larger street wheel. Cons, now let's get into the cons here, is it does sacrifice a little bit of the torque range. So in gear 1, gear 2, and gear 3 even, the initial takeoff, that torque is lost there, but in gear mode 4, and especially in turbo mode on the Flex Pro, those motors are so incredibly powerful, and as you can see right here, just straight up smoky burnout. I mean, that's insane to me. Like, it's just like these things were literally smoking, left to burn out on the ground. So for me, that definitely leads me to believe like, hey, you can see that it definitely leaves a burnout trail just like a regular tire would. So I can kind of already test that it's definitely a little bit better than your street wheel just from that alone. Now, cons. Obviously, as you saw in that clip right there is limitations to things. Now, granted, I just got these things out of the box. I rode them one day dry on dry conditions. Really didn't put that many miles on them, maybe like 10-ish miles tops on these things. So I would say that it needs a little bit more wear into there just to kind of get the things going. But the next day it rained. It just literally stopped raining, so the road was completely slick, and the road that I was particularly riding on especially just got sealed right in the fall, so it was particularly like water repellent. Totally my fault. I should have been riding within my limits, but thank God I had my helmet on. I definitely whacked my head on the ground there, but thank you so much for Nobleman Tech for protecting my dome, and it was just one of those stupid things. I shouldn't have been doing that. I shouldn't have been going as fast as I was, but it was definitely a lesson learned on my end. So please always make sure you ride within your limits when you are testing these things, and when you are out there on the streets, always wear protective gear. No matter if you're just going out down the street or if you're riding on a group ride, just protective gear is crucial. I always an advocate of that. It's just, why risk it? Why risk that? That could have easily put me in the hospital if I cracked my head on the ground. So I'm glad I only walked away with a little broken ego and a little bit of a sore bum. So can't complain too much about that. So my final thoughts: is this wheel for you? Is this something that worth upgrading it, say, over a Mad 105 wheel or upgrading over a Cloud wheel? I think it is. I mean, if you're looking for a super comfortable treaded tire that also does perform well in slicker conditions, those polyurethane street wheel styles are flat. You're not gonna get that grip that you're gonna find in there, and you're actually gonna hydroplane more or less in wetter conditions. So if you are someone that's a city commuter, a campus cruiser, you do live in a more wet, damp area, you can definitely feel the grip and see the water repellent on these things, kicking the water off there, giving you a little bit better grip on there. And I mean, smoky burnouts are always fun, so definitely cool in that sense. And also with the Pros, it definitely adds to a more comfortable ride over the 90mm street wheels, but at the same time, you're sacrificing a little bit of torque on the lower gear end. Nothing crazy, and I haven't done a full range test of them yet. I've put about 2 batteries worth of the Flex Pro, so that's probably close to 35-ish miles, 40-ish miles on them total. It's been a little colder around here, so I'm not getting the full battery potential that I would out of the Flex Pro that I want to, but I would say that it's probably a little bit comparison to what your normal 90mm, maybe slightly less, but again, it's wintertime where I'm at, so it's a little harder to test these things with these range tests. One other thing to wrap this up, guys, I am doing a giveaway. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers, and thank you guys so much for joining me along this journey. It has been an absolutely ridiculously fun year, and it's only gonna get better. Eastgate Con is coming up in the future here. A lot of fun things coming down the pipe in that sense. New boards are coming in, more reviews and stuff along those lines as well. What I'm giving away is I am paying it forward. I actually won a gift card to One Stop Board Shop, which is a local shop here in New Jersey. These guys are absolutely awesome. They have everything from one-wheel accessories, e-bikes, protection, shred lights, everything you can think of in a PEV shop, they have it. Electric unicycles as well, they just started adding to the repertoire. So I'm giving away a $150 gift card when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I need you guys to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will make a separate video for the giveaway. Right now, go ahead and comment down below One Stop Board Shop, and go ahead and check out their website and let me know what you would buy with a $150 gift card from them. Until next time, guys, always wear a helmet. Peace.